Welcome to Time Series Forecasting with Random Forest and XGBoost. In this lesson, we will learn how to use two powerful machine learning models, Random Forest and XGBoost, to forecast time series data. Do not worry if you are new, we will start with the basics and build up step by step. By the end, you will know how to prepare time series data, train models, and make predictions. Running the cell now. Let us get started with our setup. We will turn off warnings so our notebook stays neat and easy to read. We import the warnings module. This line tells Python to ignore any warning messages. Running the cell now. Good job! Now, on to data setup. Step 1. Data setup. We will use the shampoo sales dataset, a classic time series for retail forecasting. Let us download and preview the data. Running the cell now. Let's import pandas, download our data, and see what it looks like. First, we import pandas. Pandas is a tool for working with tables of data. This is our import line for pandas. Here we set a URL to where the data lives online. We read the data from the URL into a data frame, which is like a spreadsheet in Python. Let us print out the shape of the data, which tells us the number of rows and columns. And this will show us the first few rows so we can see the data preview. Running the cell now. Try finding the shape and viewing the top rows for a different CSV if you want extra practice. Now let us make a line plot to see how sales change over time. This line imports the plotting library matplotlib. We plot month on the x-axis and sales on the y-axis. This label tells what the horizontal axis means. This label tells what the vertical axis means. The title describes our chart. We rotate tick labels for better readability. Finally, we show the plot. Running the cell now. Notice any spikes or dips in the sales. Let us keep exploring. Step 2. Understanding time series features. Most machine learning models like Random Forests or XGBoost need the data in a special format, called tabular. This means we must turn our series into rows of features to help the model learn the patterns. Let us see how to do this. Running the cell now. Feature creation unlocks forecasting power. We are creating new columns. These are called lag features. The first lag is the previous month's sales value. The second lag is the sales value 2 months ago. We drop the rows with missing values at the start. Now we can view the new features in the first few rows. Running the cell now. Try making a lag for 3 months back as extra practice. Step 3. Train test split. To fairly check our model, we need separate training and testing sets. For time series, we must use earlier months for training and later months for testing. Let us split our data. Running the cell now. This is a key skill for real forecasting tasks. We split our data by rows, keeping the last 6 months for the test set. Here, we assign all but the last 6 rows to the training data. The last 6 rows become our test data. Let us print out the shapes so we see how many examples are in each. This helps us keep track of the split. Running the cell now. You could change the split point to practice with more or fewer test months. Step 4. Random Forest Basics. Random Forest is an ensemble algorithm. It builds a group of decision trees and averages their guesses. It can capture patterns in numbers, like sales over time. Let us train our first Random Forest model. Running the cell now. Get ready. This is where machine learning begins. First, we import the Random Forest regressor. This is the Random Forest for prediction. We create our X for training using the lag features. We set Y as the column to predict sales. Here, we create our random forest object. We use the same random state for reproducibility. Now we fit, which means the model learns from our training data. Running the cell now. Try changing the lags or the random state for practice. Now we prepare our test set. We select the lagged features to predict on. Here are the true sales numbers for our test months. We use our trained model to predict the sales in the test set. Let us print out the predictions our model made. And we print the true sales numbers for comparison. Running the cell now. How close are the predictions? Try writing them down and comparing by hand too. Let us visualize how well Random Forest forecasts sales. We set up a wider figure for better viewing. This plots the true sales numbers for each test month. The orange line shows the predicted sales from our model. We label the x-axis. We label the y-axis. The title describes what we are seeing. The legend labels the lines for clarity. Tick labels are rotated to avoid overlap. And we show the plot. Running the cell now. Seeing lines overlap means good predictions. Try it with your own color choices. Step 5. Introduction to XGBoost. XGBoost is another tree-based algorithm that is often even more accurate. It builds trees one after another, each time trying to improve. Let us install and test XGBoost. Running the cell now. Some notebooks need you to install XGBoost first. Some Python setups may not have XGBoost installed. To install, remove the hash from the next line and run. This line will install XGBoost if needed. Running the cell now. Check the error message if you see import error. Next, we import the XGBoost regressor for forecasting numbers. We create our model. Again, we fix the random state for results you can repeat. Now we train our model on the training data. Lastly, we make predictions for the next few months. The predicted values help us see how well XGBoost works on our task. Running the cell now. Pay attention to the result format. XGBoost is flexible and fast. Now let us look at what XGBoost predicted. We print the predicted values. And we print the actual sales as a target for comparison. Running the cell now. Practice reading the predictions as a list. Let us compare the two models on one chart. We set up the figure for a nice wide look. The blue line is true sales. The orange line is what Random Forest predicted. The green line is from XGBoost. This tells us which model is closest to the true numbers. Here is the y-axis label. Title describes what we see. Legend will help us know which line is which. Tick labels are rotated again. And we show the combined plot. Running the cell now. Which model is closer to the real data? Try explaining why. Step 6. Measuring model performance. Let us use a metric called mean absolute error to see how far off our predictions are from the real sales. Lower MAE means better forecasting. We will calculate MAE for both models. Running the cell now. Try thinking of ways lower error could help a business. We import a function that checks model error. Here we find the mean absolute error for Random Forest. And here for XGBoost. Let us print the error for Random Forest. Now we print it for XGBoost. Running the cell now. Which MAE is better? Try swapping in your own Y values for a test. Mini project, real-world forecasting. Imagine you run a store and need to know the next month's shampoo sales. Let us use our models to predict the following month, using the latest known sales. Running the cell now. Ready to see our forecasting tools in action? Let us say this is the end of our dataset. We grab the lag features from the last test row. We prepare the lag values as input for the model. Random Forest predicts the next month's sales and we fetch the value. XGBoost predicts as well. We print out the prediction made by Random Forest, using 2 decimal points. And we print out the forecast from XGBoost. Running the cell now. Which number would you use to plan your store's next order? Best practices for time series features. You can improve your models by adding more features, like the month number, holidays, or year. But always make sure you use only past data when forecasting the future. Avoid using features that peek at the answer. Running the cell now. Think of what extra features you would add in a real shop. Troubleshooting tips. Are there missing values? Use Dropner or Fillner to clean them. Are your train and test sets mixed? Use iLock to split by row order. Will not fit? Check that your input feature shapes match. If the error message is about shapes or column names, double-check your code. Running the cell now. If you get stuck, reading the error line by line helps. Let us make our model interactive by entering values by hand. We ask for a value from 2 months ago. We read in the number as a float for our model. We ask for last month's sales. Again, read it as a float. We make a prediction with our model using your 2 numbers. Here is the predicted sales value using those numbers. Running the cell now. Type sample numbers like 300 and 310 and see what happens. Quick challenge. Change the number of lags or add a new column like month as a number. Train again and see if results improve. Experimenting is the key to learning. Running the cell now. Pause now and try these tweaks, see what new results you get. Recap and next steps. Today you used Random Forest and XGBoost for time series forecasting. You learned data setup, feature creation, training, prediction, and evaluation. Try these tools on new datasets for more practice. Keep building, forecasting helps in business, weather, science, and more. Running the cell now. Great work! You can review or move on to more advanced lessons. Thanks for learning with us. If you found this useful, please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Happy coding and happy forecasting. Running the cell now. What will you forecast next? Leave a comment below.